Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to be taking a look at the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, as well as the NASDAQ Composite Index and the IWM. And I'm going to be giving my analysis and my thought process, and you're going to walk away from this video with some newfound knowledge on technical analysis as well as some profitable trade ideas, hopefully, on these individual ETFs that we're going to be covering here today. But first, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, give us a visit on the home page of the website and get to know us a little bit better. If you like the free videos and analysis that we give to you on a daily basis, it's really nothing in comparison to the membership you get once you sign up with your free 7-day trial. That's right, it's free to sign up at thetradinganalyst.com and join the hundreds of members that are currently enjoying the great alerts, nightly member videos, analysis, thought process, and so much more. So once you get to know us better, sign up for your free 7-day trial and you can start receiving those winning trade alerts right away. Alright, so we're going to cover the S&P 500, and I want to kind of point out a couple of things here. So the bears in the very, very short term, and I really mean the very short term, are winning this short-term battle. So just really quick, look at the overall chart here on the S&P 500. I know I have a lot of lines here, but just focus on price right here. It's a huge uptrend, all right? So every single dip has gotten bought, all right? And the weakness in the market has been very short-lived. So when I mention this weakness here and that the bears are winning here in the short term, I really do mean in the very short term. Could this lead to much lower prices and it being a bigger deal than just a few days? Yes, definitely, totally. But right now, all we know is that the bears are only winning the short-term battle. Okay, the bulls are in full control on this longer-term time frame. So please, when I'm talking about the bearishness that I'm seeing here, please recognize that this is only short-term, and that if we do see some dips here, we've got lots of support, even as close as right here. Okay, and even more support below us right here. So in my opinion, if we head down this low, that should be a welcome buying opportunity. All right, so now with that said, I'm going to go over why the bulls are winning this short-term battle. So step one, right here, we've got this breakout over this resistance. All right, that was a clean breakout. Look at how many times we got rejected right there. All right, we broke out over here and should have held, but ended up breaking down right here, and as you can see right there, breaking down once again. So right here, definitely was not worried because not a huge deal that it didn't hold this level, but now looking back, we ended up breaking down right here. So this is a failed breakout right here, and we were never able to sustain that price back up to this level. So we had our chance on this day and we got rejected. Follow through the downside that day, and then this next day bulls tried to break it higher. This is actually a very bullish candle right here, and in fact on this day I'm willing to admit that I turned very bullish on this day right here, and that was obviously a mistake, a lot of choppiness here, but the reason I turned bullish here is because of this big gap up and a close over the previous day's high. So not only did we gap up, which is strong, but we closed over the previous day's high and made a new high. Okay, so essentially wiping out, not essentially, but we did wipe out all of the loss from this day right here. And then, as we know, the following day right here, and this is how you know that the bears are in control here, all right? So the bears finally are showing that they are in control because they smacked us down once again, completely wiping out the previous day's low, closing below the previous day's low, and then breaking these lows. So we made a multi-week low. So the lowest we've been here in the last several weeks is right here. We broke that low right here. So it's showing that it can go lower right there. All right. So this is a bearish engulfing candle too. If you notice too, right here, we've got the 10-period simple moving average crossing below the 20-period simple moving average, and price is hanging out below those moving averages. So again, the bulls had their chance to break this back up the next day, but they didn't. So again, the bears are winning this short-term battle, and I do think more than likely the market is going to head lower here in the short term. But keep in mind, we've got a lot of support below us. Remember, this is a big breakout point. You can see we were trading sideways here for about 3 months right there, and you have a very clean level of resistance right there, and then now it's turning into support. So if we come down to here, we could very easily get a bounce, all right? And that's not very far from where we are. So definitely can see some bounces occurring in this level. So definitely be ready for that. In the very short term, I think we can see some downside, and we'll kind of see how it reacts to this level. If we hang out below 2400, then I think more than likely we're going to head down to the level down here, about 2340, 2330. All right, so let's take it day by day, though. All right, so at this point, we still have major support here around the 2400s. Now I'm just going to cover some levels here on the Dow Jones, and also we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones here, and as you can see, short term in a downtrend right here, high, lower high, lower high, low, lower low, lower low right here. So short-term downtrend. Bears took control here with this big bearish engulfing candle. Just keep in mind that we've got a lot of support below here, a lot of support. So here is that resistance, big time resistance. We traded sideways for about 3 months, and that's just below us, near about 210. So 210 to 211 is that support level that's just below us. So definitely want to be looking for support levels at that point. The next one we're going to take a look at is the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ here has a very well-defined support level right here around 6130. So you can see we got to bounce several times here, there, and several times right here, right around that same level. All right, so keep in mind that's the make or break level. If we close below 6130, then we can see a nice little breakdown here in the short term on the NASDAQ. So just keep in mind, though, if we do head lower, we've got a lot of buyable levels here, specifically around the 5920 mark to about 5790. So 5920 to 5790 is that very buyable level here. A lot of sideways trading right here that created that support. And what do you know? It also matches up with this trend line. And I know I have a lot of lines on the chart, but you can see if I extend that trend line, it started back here in February of 2016. Here got a bounce June of 2016, November of 2016. And you can see that we've just created a lot of space. We haven't been hitting that trend line in a while. So just keep in mind, even if we head all the way down here, we're still very much so in a major uptrend in the market. So this is just normal action, and when that drop actually comes, and I don't know if it's going to come, but if it does come, these are some very, very viable, simple technical levels that you definitely want to keep in mind on the NASDAQ. Just remember, trends are more likely to continue than to change. All right, next we're going to take a look at the IWM, and I want to point out we've got this trend line started here, got a bounce there, several bounces in this area right here, and you can clearly see that it's respecting this angle on the IWM Russell 2000 chart right here. So bulls need to hold this trend line. They also need to hold this support. You can see it bounced right there, there against this support as well. That support is right around 139.50 on IWM. So if we break 139.50, more than likely we're going to head lower back down to this range down here around 135, 134. And as far as on the bullish end, we've got very clear resistance at 142 up here, up here, up here recently. If we close above this level here, we can see a nice little breakout here on IWM. So just be aware of that as well. Thank you for stopping by and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. And if you like these videos that we do for you on a daily basis and you're learning and you're profiting from these videos, it's really nothing in comparison to the membership you get once you sign up for your free 7-day trial at thetradinganalyst.com. Once you sign up with that free trial, you're going to be receiving those winning alerts. You're going to receive the nightly member video for members only. You're also going to receive a daily watch list, profitable trade alerts, daily insights into the mind of a profitable trader like myself, and so much more. So go ahead, give it a shot, and click the Join Now for Instant Access button.